Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of BNI Pro Chat with Justin and Adam. My name is Adam Schaffer. I'm with APEC Products out of Calgary, Alberta. I'm with the BNI chapter, the BNI Musketeers. We're a fully online chapter. I hold building materials seat. What we do with APEC is we distribute Vipex thermal cork shield. We can spray it on stucco, brick, metal, wood siding, and it's a cork spray. So don't paint it, cork it. Remember that. Justin.
Hey guys, I'm Justin here from Brickhouse Gym in Regina, Saskatchewan, Canada. I'm a member of the BNI Queen City chapter here in Regina, and we are a world-class facility that I basically curated, and I also do fitness apparel that we ship and distribute across Canada. Today here we're sitting with Mary Paulette. Mary Paulette, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much, Adam and Justin, for having me on. So I'm Mary Paulette. I go by MP. I'm in the BNI chapter with Adam, the Musketeers in Calgary, Alberta, and I'm an animal communicator. So I hold the animal seat in the Musketeers chapter. So being an animal communicator and being online means I can work with animals and people all over the world. So it's fabulous.
That is absolutely fabulous. I know that you've helped people all over, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Justin and Adam, we want to introduce you guys to a present day, hardworking Canadian perspective and why BNI. We want to collaborate to all the BNI members globally. We want to eventually interview every single one of you. You got to be a BNI member to be in this podcast and to talk to us. And we're trying to show everybody that no matter what sector you're in, what seat you might take, it's worth it. And it's kind of cool that we have people like animal communicators in our chapters. So
very cool.
Mary Paulette, you know, it is pretty cool because especially, I mean, obviously if you're an animal lover, I got 3 cats and 1 dog and I can't get enough of them. It's hard to actually have a home office because I want to go and snuggle them up. So Mary Paulette, thank you for the introduction. Tell us a little bit more about what you do and how you got into that, because I know you didn't start there.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Oh my gosh, how did I get into it? It's been with me all my life. Some people in BNI know that I have a law background. So I was a police officer with Peel Region in Toronto, Mississauga, and then from there I moved on to become a flight attendant with WestJet, and that's how I ended up out here. From my experience of being a police officer and a flight attendant with WestJet, I ended up at Transport Canada working for civil aviation. So the reason why I share that is because at one point in time, I got promoted to a national manager position and I needed to learn how to speak French. And that was really how it all started, because when I was learning how to speak French, you're using that side of your brain. And that was my intuitive, my creative side of the brain. And that just started, it opened the doors for everything. And I really came back home, right? So, you know, in life, we go through life and things happen to us, and then we have walls and filters, and Mr. Whiskers wants to come up and say hi.
Mr. Whiskers, hello. There's definitely a season for everything, and that is quite a transformation. You literally said, I'm done with people. I'm going to talk to animals for the rest of my life. And I absolutely love it. And animals and their people, though. That's what you do. You bring them together.
Yeah, that's awesome. So MP, tell me, how long have you been in BNI, and then how long, in combination to that, how long have you been doing this new business?
So I've been an animal communicator in business since 2018, the fall of 2018, and I joined BNI. I'm coming up on, I was just trying to figure that out today. I think June 1st, 2021 was my first official day with BNI. And it's been amazing. So I've really enjoyed it so far.
Very cool, very cool.
And how long ago did you start the animal communicator business?
So I started that in 2018.
Okay.
So before that, I was just working with I was trying to understand my own gifts, because I thought, you know, I was going crazy. So I was just saying to people, hey, give me your animals, let me work this out. And then, it just got to the point where I couldn't say it was a coincidence anymore.
I like that you touched on the fact that you were educating yourself on another language. I'm trying to learn Spanish right now, you know, for my business. Vipec and Thermal Cork Shield, the products I bring in, they're Spanish. And I deal with my Spanish colleagues every day. And I really can't wait to impress them and speak some Spanish. But you're right. it is a completely, I'm good at a lot of things and I can multitask and my brain can go nuts, but learning another language is a different the spectacle, and you have to completely immerse yourself.
Yeah.
So that's awesome that's where you learned this skill. So you started this a couple years prior to you joining BNI. How has BNI, would you say, helped in the, since you joined less than a year ago, in the couple years prior? Have you noticed a difference being a BNI member as far as, being on your own?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think anyone can relate to this who's going out, especially if you are an owner operator. So a solopreneur, you go through this phase of imposter syndrome. So when I first, I'm not going to lie, when I first started thinking about BNI, which fits in my business plan perfectly because all of my business is based on referrals anyway, I didn't know how I was going to fit in because I'm not a traditional position, right, in BNI. So for me, it was really
I'm
about
glad you brought that
overcoming.
up. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but that
No,
is
it's
one
okay.
reason Justin and I are doing this, is to show the world that
Yeah.
you don't have to have a traditional seat to join BNI. Sorry, you go right back to it.
Yeah, no, that's great. And so BNI has brought me a lot more confidence in that way. I was confident before, but now my confidence is just at a completely different level. And now it's about educating people. And so that's the role that I really feel strongly about, is educating people on animal communication and how it can benefit yourself, your families, your life, your animal's life, etc. Right? So that's probably the biggest thing that BNI got me, and also more refined systems, right? Because you have a team of people and we're all here pulling for each other. And so when you go through as a solopreneur or an owner operator, you have your friends and family, but they don't understand the same struggles and the same mind games that your brain can play on you,
Oh,
and so
self-sabotage is a thing.
yeah,
Sometimes you'll never believe it. I just moved to a bigger place in a bigger city and uprooted everything. And sometimes I have to, do I deserve to be? Yes, you do. Before you even stop that sentence, Adam, you deserve to be in this nicer place. You worked your ass off to be here. And that you do have to get over that. So you basically say that BNI, and this is the reason I'm in BNI, is full exposure, right? I sell a material that nobody's heard about. I take cork, that usually is in a wine bottle, and spray it on the outside of your house with beautiful color. All I'm doing every day is exposing. And all you have to do is expose. Hey, is your cat throwing up every day? Maybe if MP sits down with them for 15 minutes, you might find out why. It's not the food, it's the anxiety, or it's the water. So thank you very much for touching on that. It seems like it is all about just catapulting the business.
Yeah, absolutely.
So while you're on the topic about it, I just have a question I want to interject. So with your business, do you require to sit down with a client face to face, or can you do it remotely, or how does that work?
So I would say 90% of my business is online, and that allows me. So I was online before COVID hit. COVID helped my business expand exponentially. And then BNI has also helped me grow globally and internationally. So I work with clients all over the world, mostly through Zoom. And then I do have ranches that do hire me in the Calgary area. And I do have people who hire me to come out and do personal readings on their animals in their houses, which is really fantastic too. So I do both.
So since this podcast, we're intending to reach everybody across Canada and North America even. This is, they're not limited to having to live in the Calgary. They can reach out to you with the information below that they can hire you even if they live 2,000 kilometers away.
It's true. And I've actually heard testimony, Justin. It's not just, you don't just hold your animal in front of the screen. It works. And she's getting through to these people. Since I'm in Calgary, I'm going to actually get her to my place. There's a couple things that I want to decipher with my oldest cat and my new puppy. So I cannot wait, because I've heard the testimonies. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll be reaching out to you later, MP, to decipher my crazy Pomeranian.
It's crazy.
But can you tell me what is your favorite core value of BNI?
I think it's giver's gain. Because for me, it's really about the more you give. And I think that's just, if you live life in that philosophy of giver's gain, the more you give, the more you return, right? The more you get in
Absolutely.
return. And it's not really about getting anything in return. It's about giving, right? And sharing that abundance. And that's really what giver's gain is about to me. It's about giving our best to everyone and everything that we do. And then that everybody on the team is, we're all pulling the same way, right?
That
So
sense of
everyone's towing the same
comradeship.
line. Yeah.
You're all pulling in the same direction, and that seems to be a common core value that people hold on to, because the rule of karma. And often, if that is
Yeah.
your main focus, you were like that naturally, and as soon
Yeah.
as you join a BNI chapter, you thrive, right? You're not having to go out every week trying to tackle statistics. You just naturally do them. You just have to log them.
Yeah.
Since you joined BNI, has there been like a major accomplishment or breakthrough, like a personal role, or have you climbed up the ladder and gained more exposure that way in your chapter? I mean, I know, but I want you to tell.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Okay, can you repeat the question? Sorry, I got lost on the exposure part. Sorry, I got
Since
cat
you
hair flying around. Can you see it?
No worries, no worries. It
No
was actually a
worries.
lot.
Whiskers
Since
is
you
like
joined, Mr.
shedding,
Mr. Whiskers, can he
Yeah.
actually answer the question? Maybe he can answer.
right?
Since you joined your chapter,
Yeah.
has there been a personal or a business breakthrough, like maybe a specific breakthrough, or did you earn and achieve a role in your chapter that you're proud of? Is there a BNI breakthrough?
Oh my gosh, I've had so many.
That's
What
good.
I found really interesting was as soon as I got in, they put me into the events role, which I absolutely love. So that's kind of my
It's
niche. I
because
don't know.
you're a mixture of fun and organized. You can't
Yeah.
just be either one to do
Yeah.
the events.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah. And then personally, I think it's really allowed me to come out of my shell a lot more and not be shy, right? Because BNI, you can't be shy and be in BNI. That's just the way it
That's true.
rolls, right? And I've learned to be unapologetic. And so about the service that I provide. So, like Tony Robbins will say, like, if your selling is not bad, right? So, and that's just the same thing. I don't go out and sell, I don't do hard sell, but I'm not shy to tell people and be confident, like, yeah, I can change that with your animal, right? So I think that's really one of the major breakthroughs is just not hiding behind being, oh, yeah, I could totally do that. Or,
I love
just
that.
being really matter of fact, like, yeah, this is what we can do.
That
That's
is the
awesome.
only aspect necessary when it comes to being a salesperson. I often tell people, and you've heard me say this before, a lot of people will say they could never be a salesperson. And I hear them a week later telling me about their favorite food from their favorite restaurant that uses this particular spice and they cook it just this certain way. And now they got product knowledge and they have passion. And that's all sales is. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. Justin, is there anything you need to know?
I guess the last thing we need to cover, MP, is since again this podcast hopefully gets seen pretty much around the world, what would your ask for us be as BNI members this week? How can we further assist your business?
Oh, absolutely. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really looking to expand internationally even more, right? So I have a really big following in Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, all across the US, all across Canada, even there's about 5 or 6 countries in Europe. I would like to continue to expand that, get
Awesome.
into as many countries as I can and really revolutionize and get animal communication to the mainstream, right? It is really part of your wellness regime for your animals. And yeah, so my ask would be just to help me spread the word internationally so that more people can learn about me and what I do.
Awesome.
And Mr.
No, that's
Whiskers
good.
seems to be all over that.
I know he's totally all over me today. He's like, Mom, I want to be on camera.
Yeah.
We'll post MP's information in the description. And I really do just want to touch on one point. When it comes to the food that you feed your animals, when it comes to, the obedience that you put towards your animals and this sort of relationship, a small little investment can mean so much in their short little lives. And
100%.
that's what, will allow you to fill your soul. And I think MP is worth thinking about to you guys watching this podcast today. And anybody in BNI, a simple 1-to-1 with her, right? To get those stats up, pass her name around.
Absolutely.
You guys, we don't ask for anything for these podcasts, but we do want them shared with every BNI member, and we do want some subscribe and some likes.
Yeah, that's the fee. No charge, but subscribe, share, like, comment below if you like. You'll see all of our contact information individually below in the show notes. Thank you, MP, again for showing up today and recording this with us. We look forward to doing many more episodes, so stay tuned. But our ask as a podcast is to share this with your chapter, share it in your private chat groups if you like. Again, my name is Justin Mondor. I am from Brickhouse Gym and Gym Star Apparel Canada. You can reach out for me for your drop-ins for training when you're in Regina. Otherwise, we have our website that ships Canada-wide, and we're with my co-host here, Adam.
Guys, it's Adam Schaffer with APEC Products. We distribute VIPEC thermal cork shield throughout Western Canada. We redo your exterior with a functioning finish. I'm in the BNI Musketeers chapter out of Calgary, Alberta, and I would love to know anybody that needs to redo their exterior this year. MP, let us know once again what you're all about.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. So I'm MP Mary Paulette. I hold the animal seat in the Musketeers chapter in Calgary, Alberta, along with Adam, and I am an animal communicator. So you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and my website, which is www.marypaulette.com. And I'll keep it short and sweet. I change lives around the world with animals and people. That's what I do.
That's amazing.
Love it.
Love it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Thanks for tuning in.